Hi there, I'm Sherwin. Hi dear, how was your school today?
Today I learned about human reproductive system. It's interesting. Dad, now let me introduce male reproductive system to you. Now let's have a look. Anatomy for male reproductive system are testis, epididymis, sperm duct, seminal vesicles, post-rate gland, bulbourethral glands, urethra, penis and scrotum. For seminal vesicles, it secretes semen which contain nutrients for sperm. Next, post-rate gland used to secrete milky alkaline fluid for neutralization and increase mobility of sperm. Third, bulbourethral glands function as mucus secretions for lubrication factor. Fourth is sperm duct. Sperm are being carried along from epididymis to ejaculatory duct. Epididymis act as sperm storage before sperm enters sperm duct. Besides, sperm and testosterone are being produced within testis. Now let's look at penis. It's full with erective tissue which can fill with blood for erection purpose. Last but not least, scrotum function to hold and protect testicles. What is the pathway of sperm production in male reproductive system? First, sperm are produced by seminiferous tubule in testis and being stored in epididymis. Then, sperm are travel along sperm duct toward ejaculatory duct and ejaculate out of penis through urethra. Structure of female reproductive system consists of ovary, uterus, fallopian tube, uterus cavity, uterus lining, cervix and vagina. Let's have a look on physiology part. Ovary produce ovum during ovulation and it secrete hormones too. Ovum is travel from ovary toward uterus by cilia movement in fallopian tube. Fertilization occur at here. Uterus is the place where fertilized ovum is accepted and to be implanted at endometrium. Protection, nutrition, waste removal for development of fetus occur here too. Next, implantation of fertilized ovum occur at uterus lining while cervix serve as neck of uterus.
Now we are going to talk about male gametes, sperm. Sperm is the smallest cell in human body. It carry the genetic information. It produced in the semiferous tubules of the testes and mature within the epididymis. It takes about 65 to 75 days to complete sperm formation. Let's look into its structure. Sperm has separated into three main parts. They are head, midpiece, and tail. The head contains nucleus, which is densely coiled with chromatin fiber, and this is the part where it stores the genetic information. At the fore end of the head, it contains acrosome, and enzymes that use for penetrating the ovum. Central filament core located at midpiece of sperm, which is rich in mitochondria. Mitochondria act as powerhouse and generate energy for sperm movement. The tail of sperm, also called flagellum. It executes lashing movement to propel the sperm. Now, we are looking at female gametes, ovum. Ovum is the largest cell in human body. It produced every month in ovaries. Let's check out the structure of the ovum. From here we can see there are nucleus, cytoplasm, corona radiata, zone pellucida and first polar body in the ovum. Nucleus of the ovum contain the genetic information of mother. Cytoplasm contained protein synthesis component like ribosome, mRNA and tRNA. Zona pellucida is a thick extracellular coat that protect the ovum during development. It also regulate the interaction between ovulated egg and free-swimming sperm. While corona radiata is an outer protective layer, which supply vital protein to the ovum. Now, we are going to learn about the process of fertilization. During sex intercourse, about 300 million sperm will enter the vagina. Soon afterward, million of them will either flow out of the vagina or die in acidic environment. However, many survive because of the protective elements provided in the fluid surrounding them. Next, the sperm must pass through the cervix, an opening into the uterus. Usually it remains tightly closed, but the cervix is open for a few days while the woman ovulates. The sperm swim through the cervical mucus. Some sperm will remain behind, caught in the fold of the cervix. Inside the uterus, muscular uterine contraction assists the sperm on their journey towards the egg. Half the sperm head for the empty fallopian tube, while the other half swim toward the tube containing the unfertilized egg. Inside the fallopian tube, tiny cilia push the egg towards uterus. Finally, the sperm met the ovum. To fertilize the egg, the sperm must push through the corona radiata and zona pellucida to reach the egg. When it reaches zona pellucida, they attached specialized sperm receptors on the surface and triggered the release of acrosome enzyme. This enabled the sperm to burrow into the layer. The first sperm to make contact will fertilize the egg. Sperm fuse with egg and change the egg membrane to prevent other sperm from attaching to it. Ovum turn into zygote after fertilization occurred. Development begins with cleavage, a series of rapid cell division that result in a multicellular ball. 6 to 7 days after fertilization, the embryo has reached the uterus as a fluid-filled hollow ball of about 100 cells called a blastocyst, growing and maturing until ready for birth.